Objection handling. Because objection handling is a capability that separates a novice from a pro salesperson. An objection normally can occur anytime, but mostly happens between the presentation and the closing step of any selling process. And it's also said that before a conclusion of any sales transaction, a salesperson normally encounters minimum 3 to 5 objections. And the very first important thing that has to be remembered by all the people who want to master the selling process or the selling steps is objection is not negative. In fact, it is an indirect signal of interest of the prospective customer for buying your products and services. Also, it means that he's been listening to your presentation and sales pitch carefully. So this is the first important understanding which every salesperson should have. And objection handling is an absolutely a learnable skill which can be mastered by anyone with a proper understanding and constant practices of the steps which we are going to learn today. Generally, on a broad framework, objection handling is through a 5-step process. And what we are talking about here is, first step is the understanding the objection. Whenever a customer or a prospect states an objection, the very first thing is you need to pause, think, and make the statement like, thank you for sharing that. And next is hear them out fully, listen actively with full concentration and empathize with them, allowing them to complete. Generally, a novice salesperson tends to react to an objection thinking that it's something against being told against. Next is confirm the understanding. After you have listened to him empathetically with full concentration, ask questions like, why do you think so? This statement is very important. Why do you think so? The moment you say this, chances are that will make them think, and they will themselves provide a lead to the solution of their objection which they have stated. Then when they make the statement, you active listen and also paraphrase and restate to clarify that what they have told you and what you have understood, is it the same? If they say yes, move forward. If they say no, then probe gently by asking the question again, why do you think so? The third step, my friend, is appreciating and isolating the objection raised. Apart from this concern, we have to ask them, is there any other reason that can stop you from buying? If they say no, that this is the only objection, and if this objection is resolved, they are okay, move forward. In case if they say no, they make some additional statements, then again probes gently by asking the question, why do you say so? So then we come down to the important thing which you need to remember in this process as we have completed the first 3 steps. Asking the right questions helps in smoking out the concealed objection. Sometimes the prospect himself may be confused. So it's very essential for you to use certain questions in order to bring in clarity of thinking at his level. You can ask this question like, in addition to this problem, is there any other reason causing you to hesitate? You can also make the statement, assuming we would solve this problem, will you buy? You can make a statement, there is obviously some other reason causing you to hesitate. Would you share it with me? Or, so if you can solve this problem, the first problem wouldn't make much difference. Isn't that right? Or then what is really amounts to is solving this problem. Am I right? So these are all some of the pertinent, well-framed questions which you can remember and ask the prospect at the appropriate time in order to get a clarification or to smoke out any of the hidden objection that he or she may have. The fourth step is clearing the objection. That is making the end move. Like the one which we had seen earlier, taking a cue from that. You can make a statement, if I can take care of this concern to your satisfaction, it may be 1 or 2 objection. Can we then seal the deal? If he says yes, move forward. If he says no, if he adds 1 or 2 more objection, again go to the earlier steps, get the clarification, confirm it, and then add it to the concern which they had stated earlier and move forward. And last is answer the objection, giving a logical answers, deal it with facts and figures by using third-party support, and give them the logical reasons like evidences and testimonials so that the objection gets cleared. And then we come down to the 5th step, which is the close. You confirm what they understand, and so does that fully answer your question. Reconfirm it so that there is no ambiguity, there is no communication gap. And if they say yes, then close the deal by asking for PDBA, whatever may be you have decided. It may be order with payment, so on and so forth. And if they say no, then probe gently by asking the same question again, going back, why do you say so? Understand the objection. Then again isolate it by asking them whether this is all that they have. Give them the answer in terms of facts and figures, and then again go for a close. So friends, these are the 5 steps, as you could see, which are systematically structured so that each of us can easily understand as to how exactly we go about it. The 5 steps, as you know, is understanding the objection, confirming the understanding, appreciating and isolating the objection raised. Then we come down to clearing the objection, and last but not least, the close. So if these 5 structures with the sub points, if you remember it, practice it. It's very, very important. Unless you practice it, you will not get the progress and mastery over it. And I promise you, if objection handling technique as per the structure given here is mastered, then you would truly qualify yourself to be a professional salesperson, and thereby ensure that you are able to convert more of your inquiries into sale, and thereby lead yourself towards prosperity and power.